As many as 1,000 of the rabbits on the campus of the University of Victoria could be heading on a road trip to Texas. A rescue ranch in the Lone Star State has offered to take the bunnies in, and closer to home, a sanctuary in Coombs has also come forward with an offer of its own to help the rabbits. It's a small victory for the advocates who are desperately trying to find homes for the animals before the university moves in and begins a cull. News reporter Astrid Braunschmidt has more. Astrid.
Hudson, the feral rabbits can't be adopted out legally, but what can happen is they can be handed over to sanctuaries that have wildlife permits. Next week, the university starts trapping the rabbits. If there are homes for them to go to, great. If not, they'll be culled. Time is ticking for about 1,400 feral rabbits at UVic.
The university is going to start to capture rabbits in August with the intent to create a significant reduction in the number of rabbits.
That means Tuesday, trappers will be on campus. And there are two ways UVic can proceed once it has caught the bunnies. They can be handed over to permitted sanctuaries to be sterilized and kept, or they'll be killed. Activists say a rescue ranch in Texas has offered to take nearly 2/3 of the nuisance rabbits.
Our permit application, we've asked for 1,000.
Laura-Leah Shaw is helping the Wild Rose Rescue Ranch with the paperwork and the logistics.
There's some volunteer organizations. There's a group of pilots that fly animals from point A to point B to get them to new homes. There's also a group of truckers that do the same thing.
She adds there will be plenty of fundraising. While Shaw works with the Texas Sanctuary, Susan Vickery is helping the World Parrot Refuge in Coombs take up to 400 rabbits.
We went up and visited just this past weekend. It's a paradise. It's idyllic.
So there's huge area for bunnies.
Says Wendy Huntbatch, who says despite the financial hardship the Parrot Refuge has endured, it can afford hundreds of rabbits.
Well, actually, the rabbits aren't going to cost us anything. The two societies that are working with this, they are fundraising, and they have the volunteers that will care for them. We just had to provide the land, that was all, and it's here.
Vickery has raised $17,000 in online donations, and she's received $50,000 from the Fur Bearer Defenders to pay for the sterilization of rabbits trapped at UVic.
It's the community support. I have 14 veterinarians on board right now who are prepared to do the sterilizations at cost.
But it's not that easy. The university says it needs to see the permits and letters from the vets confirming spay and neuter before any of these rabbits will be allowed off campus.
If we don't get submissions from people, we don't get licensed sanctuaries to receive the rabbits, then we're sticking with the original plan, which is to capture the rabbits and to put them down. But we're hopeful that sanctuaries will be in place.
UVic needs to know by the end of this week if any of the sanctuaries will have permits in place in time to take the trapped bunnies. Now, Susan Vickery has a wildlife assistance organization on Salt Spring Island. She says she has a permit and is willing to take the 400 rabbits to Salt Spring Island temporarily until the Parrot Refuge in Coombs gets its permit. And Vickery hopes that another place in the Cowichan Valley will also get a permit within the next few days, hopefully to be able to house more of UVic's bunnies. Hudson, since May, 104 of those bunnies have been killed.
All right. Astrid Braunschmidt, thank you.
You're welcome.